So in this video, we're gonna I just wanted to show you this resource we have. So this table comes from the 12th edition of Hibbler, and it includes for different types of common shapes that you might encounter. It gives you formulas to calculate where the centroid is based off of uh, the elements. So for it gives you for like a circular line, for a semicircle line, it gives you the x location of the centroid C, and then in this case it gives you the y location of the centroid here. So uh, so and then so it does that for a bunch of different shapes. So these are all areas and lines. And then on the following page, it gives you the center of gravity for different volumes, and that's denoted by the letter G in all of these. So you'll see on all of these it gives you G, and it gives you the dimensions of G relative to the rest of the shape. Alright, so for a cone, for example, G is located at a quarter of the height from the base. Alright, so it does that for all these different shapes, so you can calculate where G is based off of these pictures. Alright, and then the other piece of information that might help you solve these problems is some common formulas to relate for trigonometry and for derivatives. So we have some trig identities here, and we have some common derivatives of common trig functions and hyperbolic trig functions. And then the other thing we have on the next page is we have common integrals that we'd use. So instead of having to use Wolfram alpha or to use some complex integral formula you might have learned from calculus, you can try to look up the integral on this integral table and just see what the answer would be. Right? So this is usually used a lot for line integrals, or sometimes pretty complicated. So you would use these formulas here. All right. The other option you could use is that if the integral is really tough, you could use Wolfram alpha to solve it. So just go to wolframalpha.com, type in your integral, and evaluate your result and make sure it makes sense on your diagram.